I hear a lot of people getting AI burnout these days already, or moving so fast that humans can't keep up with it. What's your take on where the human workforce challenges and economy of the future is?
Yeah, so I think we are in an interesting phase. We're going through this transition. I think in the short term, we will see some level of disruption. Some tasks will be automated, some jobs will be replaced. I don't know that we'll see massive unemployment in the short term. Now, in the long term, it is possible that AI will automate any task that can be algorithmic in nature. And those are the tasks that you perform by just following a set of instructions, especially if it's digital work. Anything that's digital in nature is prime for AI being able to address those requirements. Now, if it's manual labor, that's a lot more difficult because we're nowhere near having humanoid robots that
They're
can
working on it.
perform.
They're
Well,
still
they're
pretty
working
slow
on
and
it.
pretty shaky. Yeah.
So the trick is, how do you get those robots to perform well in unknown environments? So if they're not familiar with the environment, it is quite a difficult task for that robot to adapt and to understand the environment and to perform well in that environment. That's where I think we're still a long ways to get to that point. So people that are in the trades, we talk about, installing roofs, right? I think will be a while before we see robots installing roofs. Whether you are a plumber, electrician, or any trade kind of activity, I think will be safe for a long time to come. Now, it's impossible to predict the future. I don't know what's going to happen 30, 40, 50 years from now. But I think in the short term, there will be some tasks that will be replaced by AI. I think we as humans, we're so creative, innovative. I think we'll find other ways to add value. And I think the key is for us to learn how to collaborate with these machines, lean in, learn all you can about AI, and then bring your human capability to the task. So if you think about sales, for example, sales is a trust based activity, especially when you're talking about enterprise sales. Enterprise sales, you close deals by building a relationship with your customer and building that trust. AI is not going to build trust. By nature, it's a human capability. So anything that requires empathy, that requires trust, that requires that human to human engagement, I think will continue to be very valuable skills to have and promising careers.
Yeah, I'm right with you on that. I see this misconception of sort of two camps, the yin and the yang of our right brain and left brain, where it's like we're either going to automate everything and marketing is going to get all measured and we're finally going to be able to know everything there is to know with our algorithms. And then other people saying, especially on the sales side, AI is not ever going to get there. I'm always going to have a human role, a human purpose here. And I think both things are wrong. For me, it's the collaboration between the two and when do you apply the right thing at the right job. But I'm really curious about your take because I think in the next 5 to 7 years, we're going to see an over optimization to measuring everything. Like, oh, if AI can do it, if we can have AI write our ads on the fly and customize these things and it gets a little bump of 3% in our click through rate or something, then great, we'll call that a win and everybody will start doing it. But what I think people miss is what about the 300 or the 3000% increase because you came up with a really inspired, soulful idea that connected with humans and you didn't optimize the crap out of a campaign to the lowest common denominator. You created something that broke all the boxes and all the rules. I think we're going to continue to see both, but I think in the short term, I really see people over indexing. What about you?
Yeah, I agree with you. I think optimization only takes you so far. If you really want to be disruptive, you need to be creative. You need to come up with innovative ways of doing things, things that other people can't copy very easily. So I agree with you from that standpoint. Now, the other thing that I think is interesting that I think we're going to see more and more of marketing is this idea of hyper personalization. So we're going to be able to really focus on an individual and be able to address specific requirements, the specific needs of that one individual, and provide specialized products, services that fit that one micro segment, if you will, of marketing. So I think that's going to be an interesting aspect of it. And then the other point is what we already touched on. The human element will continue to be important in sales. I built my career managing enterprise systems, so I did a lot of CRM implementations, which had a lot of value, but it also put a lot of extra work on salespeople's time because they
Mhm.
had to catalog everything and categorize everything and work the system. And if they're spending all the time working the system, they're not spending time face to face with customers, and that's an issue. So I think what AI will be able to do for us is automate the things that the salespeople don't want to do in the first place. It's keeping the CRM system up to date while the salesperson is out there in the field meeting with humans face to face, building trust, building relationships. I think that's the future for the collaboration on the sales and marketing side of things.
Yeah, I like that. Nobody ever got into sales because they were wanting to fill out a CRM in spreadsheets
Right.
for a living. So that'll
Yeah.
be helpful for sure.